coach. And I'm gonna do a little plug about her at the end, but for her business. But why I asked Shauna to speak with you guys today is because she has built with her relationship coach or dating business from 0 to 14,000 followers in 7 months since November? Completely organically, not with systems or being paid, all completely organically. And you guys have to watch her on Periscope in action because I learned so much from people that come on and try and hijack her or jam her up, and she handles things. She handles people really, really well. She always gets back to topic, and you'll really learn if you're a visual learner by watching her. But she's going to give you guys tips on going live so that it's effective, it's purposeful, it helps your brand, and you don't have people coming on your, I know for you it's your scope, but your Facebook Live are trying to distract you and have trolls or haters and how to handle them. So, without further ado, this is Miss Shauna Z.
And I will say, after she did the call, all of my diamonds went live within 24 hours. And loved it.
That's exciting. Okay, cool. Well, thank you for the intro, Seay. Hi guys, how are you? So I'm going to talk with you a little bit about live streaming. And I want to give you guys 3 tools that you can use to maximize the impact that you're going to have using live streaming for your business, okay? Now, live streaming, it's not going anywhere. Whether you love it or you hate it, it's kind of here to stay. In fact, it's only growing with popularity right now. So I personally feel like live streaming is probably the best way for you to quickly and effectively grow your business. It's something that's free out there that you can hop on, and it gives you the ability to grow your business because as people watch you, they get the opportunity to get to know, like, and trust you, which is super important. The second really big reason why you need to be live streaming right now is it gives you the opportunity to be discovered, okay? When you put a live video out there, you give the opportunity for someone that you would never interact with in your real life to see you, and they're gonna get to know, like, and trust you through watching your video. So when I'm talking about live streaming, the 2 most popular platforms these days are Facebook Live and Periscope. So how many of you here today are active on Facebook Live? You get on, you do, oh wow, that's good. That's awesome. Okay, how many of you guys are getting on Periscope? 2 people? That's all? All right, well, here's the deal. I think that there is room for both of them. Let me tell you why. As it stands right now, Periscope actually gives you a greater opportunity to be discovered by new people, okay? Facebook Live is working on a few things. I know there's some changes that are gonna come, and that will be a game changer for Facebook Live. But as it stands right now, the only people that can really see your live video are people that already have heard of you. They're your friends, they've liked your page, right? It's not very user-friendly to discover new broadcasters these days. Periscope makes it very, very user-friendly for you to get on and for you to be discovered. So I think that there's definitely room for both. All right, so let's get into those 3 tips. All right, number 1 that we're gonna start with. I want everyone in here to come up with what I call a purpose statement, okay? It's your introduction statement. When someone first comes into your live broadcast, they wanna know, who are you? Why should I listen to you? Who are you? What can you do for me? Why should I spend my time hanging out with you? Are you gonna give me tips? Are you gonna educate me? Are you gonna make me laugh? Who are you? What are you gonna do for me? So my typical intro that I say all the time is I'll say something like, hey guys, my name is Shauna. I'm a dating and relationship coach, and I will help you meet, date, and end up in the type of relationship you want to be in. So there, I've said it short, concise. I've said it at the beginning of my Periscope, and I'm going to say it throughout. So the formula for you guys to come up with your own is you're going to have your name, you're going to have your title, and then you're going to have what you can do for the person that's coming into your live stream. Okay, your name, your title, what you can do for them. So Seay, I use as an example, she could say, hey guys, my name is Seay Stanford, I'm a holistic nutritionist, and it's my mission to help people reach their healthiest potential. She could say something like that. Now, if you're sitting there and you're thinking, okay, I know my name, I know what I can do for you, but I don't have a fancy title. I don't have a certification. I'm going to give you a title that you can take with you today, okay? You are a blank expert. You are an expert at something. Now, when people first switch careers or they first go from doing something they've done for a long time, they shy away from using that word expert. But by definition, the word expert means a person that has a specialized knowledge in a specific area. So every single one of you here today, you are an expert in something. Maybe 6 months ago, you started reading everything you could on nutrition. Maybe your Beachbody coach taught you some things that you didn't know. Maybe you've tried every supplement out there and you know why it didn't work for you. So you are an expert on that. So I want you to take that and use it. You're a nutrition expert. Okay, so every now and then, it's beneficial for you to have a little extra something to your purpose statement. So what you're going to do is you're going to say your name, you're going to say your title, you're going to say what you can do for the person watching the live broadcast, and then you're going to say your why. Why can you help them accomplish the things that you are talking about? So me personally, I know some of you guys are probably thinking, well, I don't have the degree, I don't have the qualifications. People don't connect to degrees and qualifications. If I get on Periscope and I say, I'm going to help you find a relationship. Why? Well, I have a degree in psychology and 12 years as a behaviorist. I'm a life coach and I'm going to help you. There's nothing in that that people connect to. So I want you to come up with a concise way for you to communicate what your journey has been. So I would say something like, I'm going to help you find the relationship that you desire. How did I become a dating and relationship coach? Well, whenever I was 28 years old, I found out that my husband was cheating on me, and I stayed an entire year and tried to make the marriage work. It didn't work, and I ended up single and starting over at the age of 30. So for 5 years, I navigated through the modern dating world, and I experienced everything that you're experiencing. And so I understand your frustrations. And I'm now very happily married, and it's my mission to help other singles succeed in the modern dating world. So I just told you a lot about me in 1 minute. The right client for me is going to latch onto that information, and they're going to want to get to know more about me. If that didn't ring true with you, then you're probably not the right client for me. So come up with a way that you can actually say your why your journey can help the person that's watching the broadcast. Okay, so that's number 1, having a purpose statement. All right, number 2, let's talk about creating a topic and building an audience for you. Okay, so creating a topic and building an audience for you. So whenever you first get into live broadcasting, it can be a little intimidating. I understand. So I think it's really great for you to come up with a topic that you're really passionate about. Maybe it's, should women lift heavy? Maybe it's, I've actually seen a broadcast that someone did, and it was the one way to know if you're hydrated. And that had so many people in it. So never underestimate the simplicity of it, okay? So let's say you decide, I'm gonna do a broadcast, and it's going to be the 3 bad health habits you need to stop today. You've got it, you're excited about it. You've done your research, you've got it all together. Today's Saturday. You can decide, I'm going to do this live broadcast on Wednesday at 5. You have now given yourself an excuse to get on Facebook Live or Periscope the next 4 days to promote this really exciting knowledge that you're going to share with you. This is a great way for you to practice too. So you can get on, you can be like, hey guys, my name is Seay Stanford, I'm a holistic nutritionist and I help people reach their healthiest potential. I have something really exciting coming up. On Wednesday at 5 o'clock, I'm going to be talking about the 3 worst health habits you're doing right now and you need to stop. You can really promote it. You can actually, at that point, maybe you decide that you are going to want to share some of your personal story. Either way, it gives you an excuse to get on. If you're a little intimidated, you can tell yourself, I'm going to delete this message after 24 hours. I'm just going to practice. I'm going to delete it. So Wednesday comes and goes. You have a really good video. It doesn't matter if 1 person watches it or 100 people watch it. After Wednesday, you now have a couple of days afterwards that you can get on and you can promote people to go back and watch the video that you did that was really impactful, that you put your heart and soul in. When you get on and you say, I don't want you to miss this, I had a really great video, it was Wednesday, you can go back, you can watch the replay. If you have people start coming in, you can start interacting with them. You can ask them, I struggle with my health a lot. I know I'm not the only one. What are you guys struggling with right now that you'd like me to talk to you about? You can kind of gather information of what you're following, or as you develop a following, of what they want to hear more of. So one broadcast can give you an entire week of getting on and practicing. Okay, the last thing that I'm going to talk about with you guys is dealing with trolls. It's going to happen. If you decide to like broadcast, you are going to have to deal with trolls, okay? In my time on, I've experienced 3 different types of trolls, okay? So I want to arm you for each one. The first one is just a real troll. It's just a person that comes in, they don't know you, they just want to disrupt your broadcast. They're going to say something vulgar. They're going to try to knock you off your game. On Periscope and Facebook Live, it's extremely easy for you to block someone. You just click on their name and you hit block. So there's no right or wrong way to deal with them. Sometimes I'll get sassy and I'll talk back to them if I'm in that mood. Sometimes I'll just block them and I'll continue on with my message. I had 14,000 followers, and I just looked today, I have 1,100 people blocked. So for every 14 people that are following me, I've blocked one person. Every 14 of those 14,000, I have clicked someone's name and blocked them. So that's just part of it. All right, the second type of troll are probably the most intimidating, okay? These are people from your past. These are probably the ones you're like, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do when Sally from college gets on and sees me like this, I just don't know. These are people from your past that have always known you in a different role. They've always seen you as this label, and now all of a sudden you're a nutrition expert, so they kind of want to check you out and see what's going on. This is the thing that I want you to take from this. These people are not your customers. If they're coming in and they're being disruptive, or they're asking challenging questions, and they're people that already know you, they're not your customers. You need to feel empowered to block them. You now have a little baby. It's your business. Your little baby, okay? If anyone messes with your baby, you're drawing a line in the sand. You're not having it. Whenever I first got in Periscope, I had some people from my past career that came in, and I don't think they meant anything really neat by it, but they were not helping out in the scope. And they were just asking disruptive questions. And so when I realized that who it was, I blocked them. I got a text message, and it said, hey, I was trying to watch your video, did you block me? And I said, yes, I did. Your comments were not applicable to my business video. Would you like me to unblock you and we can try again? I've never heard from her since then. But she's still friends with my personal page on Facebook. But you gotta draw the line in the sand. Just because they don't take it serious doesn't mean that you're not taking it serious. So you draw that line. On another note, I've had one friend that's super supportive, so maybe you have an aunt or someone that wants to help you, and they want to come in and they get really too chatty. Sometimes you have to have a conversation with them too. I had to tell my friend, I really appreciate you. This is when I had like 40 followers on Periscope, so she would come in every time to try to give me a number. But she would ask me questions like, what should I do if I found out I'm cheated on, and how do I be successful on Match? And she would just like bombard me with questions because she thought, I'm going to help you. So I had to be like, no, you can just be my friend. If you want to hang out in there, you can be who you are. You don't have to feed me content. So that's the second type of troll. The third is someone that I want you to kind of be in tune to coming across, okay? I call them customers in costume. These are people that come in and they're not vulgar, but they're a little challenging. They challenge you as a person. They challenge where you're at in your journey. They challenge your expertise, and they challenge what your solution is. Now, if you're not in the mood to deal with them, you can just block them and move on. But sometimes these are people that have tried other things similar to what you're offering, but it hasn't worked. So they're bitter, but they're kind of interested in your solution. They're like, this won't work, but I just want to hear a little bit. No, but you're stupid. Well, why do I want to hear a little bit more? These are the people that, with a little banter, and with you being completely authentic and crystal clear who you are, these are the people that if you win them over, they become the most loyal follower, and they become the most loyal customer. I have people that I know called me names when they first came in, and now they get mad whenever other people do. when they're my Periscope, they tell them off for me. So if you take the time, sometimes you can switch them from being bitter to being loyal to you. Also, I'm very open about, I'll say something like, well, you know what, maybe I'm not the right coach for you. I'm not the right coach for everyone. I'm very selective who I work with, so that's okay if we don't get along. I'm just not right for you. Sometimes they'll be like, no, but I like you, and then they'll turn around. So sometimes they're just customers in costumes. So those are the 3 tools I want you guys to take from today. I want you to know you should be using Facebook Live. You should be using Periscope. If you don't know what it is, download it. It's owned by Twitter. It's a pretty big deal. So I want you to be using both of those. And I want you to have your purpose statement, create and build an audience, and then feel comfortable dealing with trolls and blocks with them. So if you guys have any questions, I'd be more than happy. Yes?
So with going live, I know I've seen this from many people, not necessarily coaches, but I see that people say, well, I don't want to go like every day live because I don't want to, get my audience get bored, or I don't have like a good content, like let me tell you 3 things that you're doing to your health like every single day, or I just don't have the time to get that material and study it or whatever it is every single day. So how often do you think that it would be a good balance of going live every day and giving the tips?
I think when you're first trying to grow your business, every time you go live, you're giving yourself an opportunity to be discovered. So I wouldn't say you can really go live too often because you don't have a huge following that you're boring just yet, right? I did find that whenever I was going live multiple days in a row, and then I would take a little break, I would get an increase. It was people that were already following me though that were like, oh, I haven't seen you a little bit, and they'll come in. It's also appropriate, I didn't touch on this, but it's also appropriate for you to show them snippets of your life. Like you don't always have to have your business suit on, but you have your purpose statement, right? So maybe I'm gonna say, like I was at a concert and I logged on. That attracts a whole different demographic. So I had a concert. And throughout it, I'd say, hey guys, for you guys that are new, my name is Shauna. I'm a dating and relationship coach. Most of my scopes are about your dating and love life, but right now I wanted to share this concert with you. So if you want to hear about dating and love life stuff, you can follow me. So you can show this is just a cute kitten, but normally I'm talking about health. So bring that right back there.
Hey, okay, so my question is, we're told, like from Gary Vee at Summit, everyone needs to be on Snapchat. And, someone says, like Shalene, everyone needs to be on Periscope. Everyone needs to be on Facebook, but then we're also told just to focus on one thing. So I know that, like, I'm trying to get better at Facebook, but I'm also trying to get better at Instagram, but I really want to try Periscope, but at the same time, like, I want to do what's going to be best for my business. How do you finally choose, when you know that going live is, like, a big deal, which one's going to be your best platform?
Okay, that's a really good question because I know when you first start a business, there's just so many different avenues you can take. Let me say this about Snapchat. I think Snapchat is fun, it's great, but no one can find you on there. If I told you guys I'm on Snapchat every day, none of you are going to be able to find me. You need to know my username. You need to already know about me. So if you already have a following, Snapchat is a great way for you to kind of show another